Welcome to 40 Days in His Presence. Today is day 21, and I'm reading from Genesis chapter 1 and verse 27. So God created man in His own image. In the image of God He created him. Male and female He created them. Did you know that birds and fish and animals and insects and even plants all have the same purpose? It's true. They all exist for one singular reason. And we can read about it in Genesis 1 verse 26. Let's read it together. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." So friends, the Bible says God made this entire world for who? For you and I, for mankind. Every dolphin, every whale, every fish and every eel, every eagle, every stork, every elephant and every deer, every dragonfly and little bee, and every flower and every leaf has one purpose. Its purpose, the reason why it was created, is for you and I, friends. Every living thing on this earth was created by God as a gift for mankind to bless our lives. When you and I go scuba diving and we see a beautifully colored fish, that fish was designed specifically to dazzle your eyes. When you pick a flower in a beautiful garden, you can know that that flower is a gift from God to you. Every living creature on the planet was created for mankind. So what is our purpose? Why were we created on this world? Well, Genesis chapter 1 verse 27 tells us. This is what it says. So God created man in His own image. In the image of God He created him. Male and female He created them. You see, friends, our original purpose was to bear the image of our Creator. This is why Adam and Eve were created. They were to be like Him in everything that they said and everything that they did. Their character was to shine with God, with the Creator's own character. So if our purpose is to bear the image of the Creator, who is the Creator? Well, we could easily say that the Creator is God, but it goes deeper than that. Let's look at Colossians chapter 1 verse 13 and verse 16. This is what it says. He has delivered us from the power of darkness and conveyed us into the kingdom of His Son. For by Him all things were created that are in heaven and that are on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created through Him and for Him. You see, Colossians shares with us that we were conveyed or taken out of darkness into light through God's own Son, Jesus Christ. But it continues in verse 16 by saying that through Jesus, through God's Son, this entire world was created. Everything in heaven and earth was created through Jesus Christ. That's incredible. You know, every fish, every dolphin, every whale was created by Jesus. Adam and Eve were created by Jesus. And if Adam and Eve were created by Jesus, then if the purpose of Adam and Eve was to reflect the image of their Creator, then Adam and Eve's purpose was to reflect the character of Jesus, to be more and more like Him as the days went by. The problem is that when Adam and Eve sinned, they began to degrade the character of God in their own lives. We find that their son, Cain, actually began to reflect more the character of Satan than he did the character of God. We find that he killed his own brother. So, men and women down through time became more and more wicked in their dealings with one another, until the image of God on earth was nearly lost. It was to restore the image of God that the Creator, Jesus, came to this world. It was to restore the image of God in man that Jesus was born as a baby, lived a perfect life, and died. In fact, this is what Jesus said from his own words, John 13 and verse 15. For I have given you an example that you should do as I have done. Jesus came to this world to be our example, to once again show us what the image of God was supposed to be like in man. In 1 John chapter 2 and verse 6, this is what it says. He who says he abides in him ought himself also to walk just as he walked. So your purpose and my purpose is the same purpose as Adam and Eve. Every human being was created to take Jesus as their role model, to imitate their Creator, to follow Him, and to grow into His likeness more and more. You know, in 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 8, it shares with us that not only are we to imitate our Creator, but we are to become more and more like Him as we behold Him. And this is what it says in 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 18. But we all, with unveiled face, beholding as in a mirror the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image from glory to glory, just as by the Spirit of the Lord. Friends, we are not only to imitate our Creator, but as we spend more and more time with Him, we are to reflect His glory. By beholding the life of Jesus as written in the Bible, we actually begin to be transformed into His same image. So friends, the key to fulfilling the purpose in your life, the key to fulfilling the purpose of humanity, is to behold Jesus, to imitate Jesus, and to become like Jesus in every way. And as we open up today's devotional, let's make it our aim to fulfill our high calling, our divine purpose, to grow day by day into the image of Jesus by beholding His glory. Let's begin.